Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Thief and Kent. Other important places you must visit when you visit Penang is the Colonial Buildings. I am standing in front of the what you call clock tower of GeorgeTown, and there it is located in this roundabout. I don't know the name. I am going to switch the camera and continue recording. You see here, this is the roundabout, and the what you call clock tower is located right in front of it. I am going to walk and show you. And it says this road is called Lebuh Light because this GeorgeTown was not GeorgeTown. Penang State was a British controlled area. Honestly, Malaysia was a British colony. What happened is, unlike other countries they captured and made a colony, they didn't capture Malaysia. They made an agreement with the sultans of Malaysia saying they will protect Malay kingdoms from the invasions of Siam, currently Thailand, and Myanmar. So in exchange they must give the Penang Island. So Penang Island, not Penang Island, Penang State. So they built the what called colonial buildings and everything, and they named the roads in English names. Similarly, do you see this clock tower has been built with a mix of British architecture and Muslim architecture. The reason for erecting this what called clock tower is to commemorate Queen Victoria's 60 years in reign. So this is what it's built, erected for. I am going to show some information in a minute. So I am going to walk and show you the surroundings of the what called GeorgeTown clock tower. Because the height of this clock tower is 60 feet. It was erected in a commemoration for Queen Victoria's 60 year in reign. I am going to walk further and show you. I'm just going to show you this one, the information about this clock tower. I don't know how clear it is. So, and even if you want to, you can Google it and see. I think you can read it from here. Yeah. And if you see in front of me, this is a Esplanade road, but it is the big, the long sentence in the English word is in Malay word. But because since Malay doesn't have a own script, they use the English letters to write the words and sentences. Because it's written in Tamil, I found out this road is called Esplanade Street or Esplanade Road. I am going to keep moving and show you. I am walking towards Fort Cornwallis. I am going to pause and start continue when I reach nearby. Before, in front of the Fort Cornwallis, there is a derelict building. It definitely shows the British architecture. I have come in front of the Fort Cornwallis. It is where British land in America first, and they built their fort. I'm going to walk a little bit quick nearby and show you this place. If you see here, it's a Fort Cornwallis. If you see here, it says Penang Fort Cornwallis, and it was built in. It's been here since 1786. What's the thing is, the Cornwallis was the captain or something of the ship which landed in what are called Penang. And this what are called fort has been named after him. Cornwallis, I think he's a captain of ship or the administrator for the Penang State something. So I am not definitely sure. So apologize me. And other thing I want to say is, I didn't go inside the Fort Cornwallis because famous American YouTuber called Mark Wiens, he travels around the world and do the food programs. In that one, he visited this place and told that it is not worth visiting because except some cannons and arsenals, there aren't anything to see inside. So that's why I don't want to spend the money. That's why I'm going to walk and show you other places such as Esplanade and other colonial buildings. And apart from the colonial buildings, in the Penang State, there are buildings which are centuries old. Right in front of me is a Hindu temple. You can clearly see a Hindu temple is there. I'm going to keep walking and show you. If you see in the walls, there are some small cannons. Honestly, I haven't visited in this Fort Cornwallis, and I hadn't visited when I visit in 2020 because before that I watched so many videos. Among them was the video of the Mark Wiens. He said it's not worth spending the money inside. That's why I didn't go there. But it's a historical significant place because this is where the British landed in Malaysia and built their fort. And if you see here, it says Royal Malaysian Navy. And it's a resident naval officer, Penang, 1839. 1839. I will keep walking and show you. If you see on the left, I earlier zoomed and showed you some small cannons. And if you go a little bit further, there are some big cannons as well. Even Mark Wiens said, except some cannons, nothing else is there to see. I am going to walk to the other side and show the sea and other areas. If you see this sea, is the sea which divides the continental Penang and Penang Island. If you see in the that sea, there's a cruise ship is going on. Earlier, when I was doing the video in Tamil language, I saw it's a Royal Caribbean. The cruise belonged to Royal Caribbean. And it was it has a name, I don't remember. I will try to put it back. So this is a cruise belong to Royal Caribbean, and the name I saw is earlier. I will try to remember in a minute. Apologize me for not able to tell the word. It is one I earlier saw it. I have forgotten the name of the that cruise. I'm going to keep walking and show you. If you see here, this is the sea which separates the continental Penang with the Penang Island. In the Penang Island, all the attractions are here. I'm going to walk and show you some more places. If you see the far is the white color building is the Esplanade. It was built by the British and it was used as an administrative hub for the Penang State or something. I am going to walk nearby and show you, but in front of it there is a park. So rather than walking, I am going to pause this video for a while and continue recording when I reach nearby. I have just reached the place which is located in front of the Esplanade. Esplanade was Esplanade is a colonial building which was built by the British. And I think during the colonial time, this was used as an important administrative hub. Before coming to that area, I am going to walk the memorial and show what it's about. This says 1914 to 1918. But next to that there is a inscription there. It says, to our glorious dead, to all the soldiers who fell down World War I, World War II, Siam, Burma, Death Railway, and so many things. As you may have known, when during the Second World War, Japan captured Malaysia, Singapore, and so many places, and they took so many people to build the Burma-Siam Railway. During that construction, so many people lost their lives. So, in order to commemorate the soldiers and people who went to build the railway. This is in front of the Esplanade. This white color building is a colonial building. You can see it's definitely colonial architecture. So if you come to the GeorgeTown, make sure you visit these colonial buildings. I am going to keep walking and show you some other places. If you see, there's a park in front of me, in front of this Esplanade. If you come here, there are some information about what to call Penang City Hall. The Esplanade is not the City Hall, but if you go, sorry, I was wrong. This is, I think this has been changed into a City Hall, I think, Esplanade. Apologize me if I am wrong, because next to this what to call Esplanade, there is another colonial building. It says Town Hall. Let me walk further and show you. If you see here, this is a park in front of the Esplanade and Town Hall building. See the what you call Town Hall building. It's straight away you can say it's a British architecture. Definitely British architecture. I am going to walk all the way and continue. At the moment, I'm going to pause this video and continue to the end of the road and start recording again. I was walking through this footpathway, and you can see the Esplanade and the Town Hall building here. You can see here. Next to here, there is another building, white color building. It looks like a colonial building as well. I am going to keep walking and show you. So I will pause. I'm going to pause this video and continue recording when I reach nearby. Come in front of that building. If you see, I'm going to zoom it and show you. Komplek Makanak Pulau Penang. Since Malay doesn't have their own, Malay language doesn't have their own script, they use the English letters to write the sentences and words, and some of them, what to call the words, they use the English word like the station, complex, and like that. It's a complex Makanwan Pulau Penang. Pulau is the Malay word for the island, so that's mean Pulau Penang means Penang Island. So I'm going to walk. I'm going to pause for a while and go to nearby and start recording again. If you see on the left is the Town Hall building, and in front of that one there's a road. It has got the old building, so I'm going to walk and show you that buildings. So rather than walking, I'm going to pause and start recording again. You see, this is a famous thing in the what to call GeorgeTown, Penang. Signal crossing the road. if you see in front of me, is also a colonial building, but it has been converted into a what to call member of OAC group. Is a Great Eastern. I don't know what is that. So the old colonial building, rather than left into derelict or decay, they have converted into a new building, a new thing. If you see this road, the main reason I come to this road, this has got so many colonial buildings. If you see here, the road name is Lebuh King. Earlier when I was doing a video about the Little India, I was showing Lebuh King, but what happened is this is an extension of that area. So I am just going to show some colonial buildings, British and other Chinese, Malay architecture buildings are here. And I'm walking into the road. If you see, this is a colonial building as well. Even there's a British Council building. Wow. If you can see from this architecture, these are the old colonial buildings. So when you come to GeorgeTown, you will feel like you are in another century. I am going to walk a little bit further and show you. From this side you can see the definite colonial architecture. If you see here on the right hand side, it says Jason Nonia House. If you haven't heard about it, there is a mixed race community in Malaysia called Baba Nonia. They are the descendant of intermarriages between native Malay and Chinese immigrants. Their food is a fusion of between Chinese and Malay, and their architecture, culture also a little bit different than both Malay and Chinese. If you see here, this is a Lebuh King. You can see it's a colonial building and look like it's from another century. So when you come to GeorgeTown and when you walk through the roads, you will think you are in another century. See this old buildings, you will feel you can see feel the colonial what you call past and the another century what you call influence of another century, I can say.